Hello everybody, we're gonna real quick be going over the Overclocked Apex Legends update. Okay, Death Box respawns. With this new mechanic, we want to introduce an alternative way to get your teammates back into the fight faster, but riskier than the classic respawn beacon process that feels like a reward for teams that successfully clear and hold an area. The safest option will remain disengaging, recovering banners, and moving to a safe beacon and respawning. But a successful Deathbox respawn may bring your team back to full strength before the third party can capitalize on your weakened squad. Okay. High risk. Respawning at a Deathbox is loud, visible to nearby enemies, and takes 7 seconds. Be sure to clear the area before attempting it. Or just Gibby Bubble on top of it. And then boom, you can res. Respawn with your gear. When respawned from your death box, any weapons and gear you had that still remain unlooted are added to your inventory automatically. That's nice. Each additional death increases the time before teammates can use death box respawn again. Stay alive to reset the timer. Okay. I mean, I like that we can do this, but it's a little crazy that we could just Gibby Bubble and res a teammate at their death box who got fully finned. Again, this is one of the things that we'll see. I don't know if I love it. I don't know if I hate it. I hate to be the guy who can't make an opinion on this, but I honestly, okay, if I had to say something, I don't think this is good. I don't think this is good for the game. I think this is just going to be way too, like... When you kill someone and you fin them, you can take time to kind of, like, rebuild on a fight and push again. But now it's like you can't. You have to do it within 7 seconds. I guess it matters how close the engage is. If you're on top of them, this doesn't matter at all, obviously. This is just in a situation where it takes them longer than 7 seconds to push. And I guess with like the Octanes, Pathy ziplines, maybe even an Alter Q, I don't know. Some way to get there faster can interrupt this. It doesn't seem high risk to me. It just seems like this is just like straight up just always going to be a better option. And if you have to leave, you have to leave. I don't know. It's hard to say this is going to be like a good thing for the game or a bad thing for the game. It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice to be able to re-res at your death box. But pushing a team and they have lost a player, you wait a little too long and suddenly that player is straight up back with their loot. It sounds a little crazy. Health bars updated. We have overhauled the health bar system and increased reliability and improved line of sight checks when obscuring effects are present. Effects such as smokes and foliage will now more consistently block the LOS check used for health bars. This means health bars will appear less often in situations where the enemy is obscured. Yeah, honestly, that was kind of a problem, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I will say there were times where I would shoot somebody, see their health bar, and I literally cannot see them, but I see their health bar still. So, I'm glad they're kind of fixing that a little bit. Like, the health bar should not be there unless I can see the character. So, I'm glad they're doing that. However, this is Axel, so we're going to see what they are. They are a skirmisher, as we expected. So, skirmisher passive. Teammates run to you a lot quicker. Honestly, that skirmisher healing at 50 for a knock is insane. Passive. Increase control while sliding. Axel accelerates and moves faster than others while sliding. She also has increased lateral control. I mean, this is going to be a playstyle, I feel like. Like, adding this to a character, like... You're going to be sliding on top of people, drifting that out a little bit. Making your hitbox small. People might love Axel and just kind of like one-tricker. Nitro Gate. Deploy a speed gate that sends users into a... Oh, it sends you into a boosted slide. We saw this in the video, but it will make you go into a slide. Stepping into a Nitro Gate forces users into a speedy slide where they have greatly increased velocity and lateral control. This effect lasts up to 5 seconds as long as speed isn't naturally slowed. I assume that means by like going uphill? Or sliding for too long, maybe? Manually stopping the slide will end the effect, although it can be maintained through quick bunny hops. So people are going to be bee-hopping with this speed boost that you get from the Nitro Gate? Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Add some more movement. The game is team agnostic, meaning it has the same effect on friendlies and enemies, though Axel will be the only one with increased slide control. Oh, interesting. But this makes sense. It's for your whole team. And it's kind of powerful, that the fact that it's for your whole team. So it makes sense that it can be also for the enemy, much like a Watson gen. I wonder how long this lasts on the ground, and how many can you have on the ground. Here's the ultimate. Pick start. Deploy an enemy-seeking drone that displaces targets on impact. Axel fires a drone straight out in front of her, where it traverses close to the ground in a straight line as it scans for enemies in a wide FOV. Imagine like a crypto drone. Once an enemy is spotted, the drone seeks towards the target, closing the gap to get within detonation range. The target cannot outrun or destroy the drone before it detonates. It will knock back all targets in range up in the air. Victims are revealed while airborne, take explosive damage, and are briefly stunned. What are we doing, dude? What, for a skirmisher? We're giving her a heat-seeking bomb? I mean, we gotta see how much health this has. And we gotta see how fast it is. Like, if we're in the open, I'm assuming that I can shoot it and get rid of it. But if I tuck that around a corner, going around the box, its FOV sees you, kind of turns on you, explodes on you, I can kind of see that. I can also see this thing being bugged to shit and just like running into walls and exploding into nothing. But knocks them airborne, explosive damage, and they're stunned. I'm assuming like a Maggie ball. That's pretty cool. However, I already peeked down here. Level 2, you can get a second tactical charge or a second ultimate charge. So I have 3 of them drones, or 2 of them drones popping out. I'm okay with that. It really depends on how this is balanced by itself. Level 3, Jump Gate, upgrades the Nitro Gate to give a double jump. Similar to how Octane's triple jump upgrade works, this upgrades the Nitro Gate itself. Players can use up to 1 double jump while the Nitro Gate effect is active. Second one, Sliding Shooter. Bold shot while sliding comes straight from the inventory instead of the magazine. Yo, this is kind of crazy. Functionally, this allows for longer continuous firing while sliding before having to reload. Bolts shot straight from the inventory are capped at half the weapon's max magazine. Okay, that's kind of a weird way to put it, but it sounds a lot like infinite ammo. This is straight up deadlock. Like, this is just the deadlock mechanic, where if you're sliding, your bullets don't take bullets. Now, granted, in this game we actually have, you know, an inventory of bullets. In Deadlock, there's infinite bullets. But still, it's essentially, as long as you slide, you don't use your magazine, which is really, really, really good for, like, the RE45. Where, if that thing had a bigger mag, like, bro, Axel's gonna love the RE45, or even an R9. Like, you essentially, even if it's just half, you're giving the magazine a 1.5 times increase because you're sliding. So the RE45, was it 40? Is it 27 or I'm tripping? I don't actually remember. Regardless, let's just say it's fucking 26, I don't know. It becomes a 39 magazine gun. I'm sure I'm not correct in the magazine size, but that's basically the effect. Like, imagine that. Even if it was 20, imagine a 30 magazine RE45. Whether that be like a white, blue, whatever stock. I like that. I don't think people are going to use the jump gate. I think the ability is kind of good on its own. I think the sliding shooting is a really, really cool idea. And I kind of hope that becomes base kit at some point. Vantage. Vantage is currently underperforming in fights, and as a result is seeing less play overall. Looking over her kit, we recognize that as a sniper, her role becomes more and more difficult the later the game goes on, and the play space shrinks. We really wanted to find a way to keep her kit powerful at every stage of the game. Let's see. Tracking a team with Spotter's Lens will generate 70% of an ultimate bullet. I thought I was going to say the entire ultimate. That was going to be crazy. That is kind of crazy, though. You get a 70th of a bullet, which, what does that mean in math? Just call it 14%. I don't know why they did all different like that. You get 14% of your entire ultimate from scanning a team every 10 seconds. So she's going to be getting a lot of bullets just passively. Yeah, 10 seconds per team. So she scans like 3 teams, like she just got 2 bullets. Vantage is immune to hard landing, exiting the tack. So what, you're just giving her a horizon passive? Maybe hard landing is different than landing. Let's hope. Increase velocity from 20 meters per second to 21 meters per second. Okay. Increase the double jump range. I'm okay with that. Reduced deceleration at final destination by 25%. Cooldown reduced by 3 seconds, basically. I'm fine with that. I mean, I feel like Vantage's mobility, it's really good and it should stay good. It's good for a sniper. She should have some mobility because she is honestly, she's quite a big hitbox. But going to the big thing. The ultimate. We've seen this in the trailer as well. Toggle fire to equip your canted sight, a 2x optic mounted on the side of the rifle. While canted, rechamber time is decreased. While canted, ADS time is reduced. Bullet scaling is drastically reduced in the canted sight. So be accurate. Okay. That's just because like snipers have bigger bullet size, so it's more consistent to hit. This is saying your bullet size is going to be smaller because you're shooting with a 2-time optic, not a sniper. That's fine. That's good. Increases aiming responsiveness with normal sight. Sure. Increases weapon handling in both modes. Okay. Default normal scope magnification increased from 3 to 4 times. Okay. Upgrades. Tactical cooldown replaced with herd tracking. Pinging an enemy will track the entire team? That's crazy. Bro. Okay. Now that I've read it all, let's give out my opinion. This is very, 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 very strong. I'm not even overhyping it. The thing about the sniper rifle is, dude, like, you could just like body heady somebody. And that's a knock. I'm pretty sure that's a knock at either purple or blue shield. Imagine that shit up close. Imagine a Kraber. It's not that intense. I'm kind of exaggerating a little bit. But it's a deadly one-shot weapon that is now a 2-time optic. I get it's her ultimate, but this is going to be so annoying. And the fact that when she scans, she's going to get like bullets back. Like she's going to be constantly doing this. And this upgrade is ridiculous. Because she gets a 70th of a bullet every 10 seconds, she can ping the entire team, assuming she hits her shots, about every 10 seconds. Because that 10 seconds, you're also getting, like, you know, ultimate charge, so you're going to get a bullet back. So essentially, as long as she hits her shit, she's going to permascan the team. This ping lasts a very long time, and now it tracks the entire team. All because of your random who decided who keeps getting hit by a Vantage from across the world, or even close by now. Yeah, this character is going to be really fucking annoying. The only thing that's making her not broken is her hitbox. Like, that's actually the only thing. If they made her fortified, dude, it'd be over. It'd be wraps. That might be overhyping it too much, but I think she's going to be a problem. As a legend with a low pick rate that performs quite well relative to other support legends, Conduit presents an intriguing design conundrum. Why aren't more players picking her if her match result stats are great? Because she's kind of boring to play. That's why. All you do is you send your Q out and then you play a shooter. The ultimate's kind of cool, but it's just there. Like, let's be honest. Conduit's awesome, really strong, really annoying. No one wants to play her. Our primary goals are to keep Conduit challenging but rewarding. How does she feel challenging? Because challenging but rewarding makes it seem like challenging to play but rewarding to play. Conduit's not challenging to play. She's one of the easiest characters in the game. You point and click a shield through the wall. The only thing challenging is maybe your ultimate, but just put it on top of somebody or close a doorway with it. Like, what? Conduit's one of the easiest legends. This is not challenging. Our primary goals are to keep Conduit feeling challenging but rewarding, to increase her playmaking potential, and also to provide her with more opportunities to have successful, supportive interactions with her team. Passive. If survivor speed is active when sprinting towards a skirmisher, gain an additional 5% movement speed. Okay, so it stacks with a skirmisher. That's kind of cool. I think that's just like a fun thing that they added. I'm cool with that. Split charge has now been incorporated with her base kit, granting 2 charges. Decrease the duration from 9 to 6. Decrease the amount of regen from 20 to 15. Adjusted the cooldowns to 27. Okay. They're kind of just like changing her attack. Removed cooldown start delay. The cooldown will now always begin after casting, even if still searching for a target. Interesting. So this time difference between the past split charge and this one doesn't matter because the cooldown starts immediately now. And I've always liked that. I always like that. That means the power amp is pretty nice on her too. I mean, sure. I mean, that's just cool. That kind of makes sense to be base kit because she has 2 teammates. She should be able to have a tactical for each teammate. And if she wants to double up, she can. I fuck with that. Level 3 upgrades. Both Radiant Transfer and Split Charge have been removed, of course. New upgrades. Instant Barrier. Gain a portion of Radiant's Transfer temp shields instantly, but regen duration is reduced by 2 seconds. I think I remember hearing that was like 50 health. So that is an overall increase in shields. Because you're only losing 30 shields for a 50, and it's an instant. However, Enduring Barrier. Radiant transfers temp shield regeneration, persists through taking damage. This one's better. This one's better. If you ever need an instant barrier, that would be a situation where right that second you are about to die and that 50 shield healed you immediately. As opposed to Radiant Temp Shield, if you give it about, what, 2.5 seconds, you will get the instant barrier, and you will continue to regen those shields, and not lose the 2%. It's like, do you need the 50 shield right now, or would you rather try to fight for 3 seconds and get even more shields? Basically, can you survive 2.5 seconds of combat? If you can't, then you need the instant barrier. If you can, then this is always better. That's essentially what that means. This isn't like a crazy conduit buff. This just seems like they're trying to make her feel funner, but maybe. I mean, that's just... I mean, I feel like this might increase conduit play by like fucking 0.5%. That's my guess. We got Alter. I don't know why I said it like that, but we have Alter. At the highest level of play, Alter has been a consistent performer who shakes up fights by being extremely evasive, standing above many of the other legends in her class thanks to the team utility and safety she provides. True, Alter was number 1 in this game for the longest time. We're gonna see what they do with this. Though we feel like her playstyle drives a fun player fantasy, we want to incorporate a bit more risk into her gameplay formula, making her cunning escapes not quite as free as they have felt before. Awesome, I love that. Alter is very, very fun to play. She's in a spot where she is just so strong that every team needs her. The ultimate's insane, the Qs last for a very long time, and you can play in and out of them really well, and the micro rotates are so good. Alter does a very, 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 very good job at pretty much everything. So I'm hoping they kind of just put her back in the skirmisher category where she doesn't like feel like she fills every hole a team has. Tactical, increase cooldown by 25. Cool. I mean, it does feel like she always has a Q ready. She has 2 of them, so it's always felt pretty strong. Ultimate, decrease the range from 300 to 250 meters. I like that. The radius was a bit big. It was pretty big. I don't know how much 50 meters is going to do, but that's pretty nice. Increase the recalling time from 2 to 3 seconds. Okay. That gives more of a gateway for people can't like just retreat at any moment. And time to kill in 3 seconds, it's possible. It's better than 2 seconds. Increased ally recall time. This is definitely gonna, like, I ain't gonna lie, this one being a second more is actually a problem. The amount of times I've recalled my down teammates as I see their actual health bar going down when their knockdown goes away, almost all the time. An extra second is going to cause like 50% more deaths in your allies. Because they see the enemies that are shooting the down guy, see the effect that you're about to get pulled. So they start going even more aggressive. So an additional second is going to cause a lot of deaths. Which it should. It shouldn't be like a freaking free getaway. Incredibly strong. Decreased chase portal open time from 6 seconds to 4 seconds. Okay. I don't know why. Like leaving the chase portal open. The chase portal time is a weakness to Alter because people can follow. So by decreasing it, people aren't going to follow as much. That's weird. I don't know if I like that. And then the Void Breacher reduced the movement speed from 30% to 15%. That makes so much more sense. Dude, Void Breacher was so strong. You could Q on a team with fast reloading, fast movement, and just absolutely demolish them. And they see you coming. They see that purple like wisp as you materialize, and like you're still going to get beamed because the movement speed, the tracking on that, them just reloading faster for the second guy. It's a hard push to counter if a full team comes through. Honestly, I'm not going to read all this. They're talking about her dash. Her dash being 2 seconds less is nice. Velocity being a little bit better is nice. This is cool. This isn't broken like it used to be. It's just a buff in the right direction. Is it enough? We'll have to feel it out. Like, we'll have to feel if the cooldowns are enough, if the velocity is enough. Because we can't really, like, visualize this. But it's good. It's definitely in the right direction. I like it. Let's see. The car returns to the floor, and the L-Star enters the care package. Dude, we haven't seen the L-Star in the package in a long time, and that shit was broken. That shit was crazy. Unlocking the gold tier is gonna be also really good. Ooh, decreasing the light ammo stack to 60. I mean, that was kind of like one of the cool things about picking up an R3 over a flatline was that, honestly, I don't know if I like this, because this gets rid of my R3, R99 combo, and I really liked that. But, I mean, it's nothing crazy. I mean, we'll get used to this. But it was nice to have it at 72. It was nice to have that bonus when he picked up a light weapon. Hemlock. Okay, here it is, here it is. Increased breach charge cooldown from 15 seconds to 25 seconds. Cool. That thing was pretty short, so I'm glad they're doing an increase to the seconds. Breach charge now disperses gas and smoke. I like that. You can't do it as often, so give it a little buff. I think that's fine. Decreased damage, we already had that. Decreased magazine, we already had that. Okay, this is all the previous stuff, so I'm not even going to worry about that. They're just making the breach charge longer and can get rid of the gas and smoke, as I think it should. So, overall, pretty good. L-Star. Whoa, sorry, I was pre-reading it. First off, increased by a damage. Cool. Increases damage and projectile size when close to overheating. We don't know the scaling, and we don't know how big they're scaling the projectile size to, but that's going to be pretty good. That's going to be pretty good. I'm excited to use that. It's a care package weapon, so like, damn. P20s were already hotfixed. The car goes back to the ground. We no longer have the galvanic gavel. We are increasing the blue mags and the purple and gold mags to 30. Okay. So car is going to have a 30 mag. I like that. The damage isn't going to be changed. Obviously, you're not going to have, you know, hammer point and disruptor rounds, but I like the car. This is good. I like that. It's going to be pretty strong, honestly. Points we don't really care about. Decrease points for the Devotion's turbocharger? And increase points for double tap. You know what? I fuck with that. That's not bad changes. I don't know if I like this one, but I mean, nobody uses Devotion anyway, so at least for the few that do. Okay, maps. Okay, hold. No more tridents on Storm Point. Okay. Wait, let me read this. What the hell just happened? Big look at macro rotates, yada yada. Not hitting the mark. Yo, what? They're just removing tridents? Okay, yeah, they're just getting rid of tridents. Sure. Maybe in pro play that's more of an issue because people are using them as cover and whatnot. But I always thought tridents were fine. Having a macro rotate pretty quickly, especially if you're like hydroponics and you gotta go really far. It was nice to have. Again, nothing crazy, but now you have to rely on the legends. I think it's kind of nice. Like, it makes Valkyrie on Olympus and Stormpoint feel better. And like the movement legends and everybody like that. Broken Moon. Zip rails removed from most rotations, but remain at majority of POIs. Whoa, that's crazy. I'm gonna zoom in on that in a second. Added 2 redeployed beacons to the west side. Okay. 2 new rotation options added north of Stasis Array and west of Terraformer. Okay, cool. I know you guys can't really see the right one. just gonna be how it is. From what you can see, where's stasis? Oh, look at that. Bro, this part right here. I don't know if y'all can see that. This is stasis array, and there's always this giant mountain in the way. They actually added an entrance here. That's nice, because a lot of the time, you would see a ring like this, and it would peek out a little bit right there. So it was constantly a Valcold spot right there. And what did they say? West of Terraformer. Oh, right there. So yeah, once again, giant lanky mountain has a little crack in it. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Given more rotation options, even if there's like a choke point, I like that a lot. The amount of zip rails that are gone is crazy. So obviously this one still connects, but rotating between POIs is where they got rid of it. Everything that goes from other POIs, this giant one, look at this. This one went all the way around the Echo Station. They got rid of it. Quarantine Zone still has this big circle. Well, bro, look at this one. This one went all the way around, and now it's just completely gone. Dude. Wow, Broken Moon's not going to be so fast-paced anymore. And I'm for it, man. I ain't gonna lie. The ability to third party across the map was getting a little ridiculous. Broken Moon was a very hard map to play rank in because the third parties just came twice as fast as any other map. So you know what? Fuck it. I'm for this. And lastly, we have Broken Moon, Kings Canyon, and Olympus for a pub and ranks. Cool. I thought Kings Canyon was not here, actually. I thought it was Storm Point, but hey, I'll take Kings Canyon. I never really played much of ranked on Kings Canyon, but fuck it. Honestly, the fucking pub masters are gonna love that lineup. Olympus, Kings Canyon, and Broken Moon. This is like the opposite of what a ranked lineup should look like. Rank should be Storm Point, World's Edge, and E District. And this is just the complete opposite. So fuck it. It might be a fun season. Let's just feel it out. A lot of different bug fixes. I'm not going to go over through all this. Quality of life. Anywho, that will do it. That is the Overclocked patch notes. Pretty excited for a lot of it there. I'm very excited for the new character, which I'm sure a lot of us are. I think we're looking forward to her. Respawning at, death boxes, vantage buffs, conduit buffs, alter nerf. Ash had a smidge. Guns are staying about the same, which I feel like they're in a good spot right now. Hemi's still a bit strong, but at least it's somewhat balanced. Yeah, I think we're going to have a very fast-paced game ahead of us. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of Axles today, so we are going to, I'll be live. I'll be playing. Well, let me know what y'all think about the patch notes. Tell me if there's things that you liked, things that you didn't like. I'd be interested to hear your opinions. Overall, I think it's not bad. We had a little bit of weird stuff in the middle with a couple of characters, but I think overall this is going to be good for the game. Increasing the fast pace, just kind of keep us shooting, which is all we really want, right? But anyway, check you guys on the next video. Thank you for watching, and subscribe if you haven't. Thank you. Bye. Peace.